Alright, what's up you guys? I'm here with the Batista WWE DVD collection review. This time we have two releases, both 3-disc sets. But first up we have I Walk Alone, which is a 9-hour runtime and a 2009 release. And this one, I think it's the better of the two. You get the documentary treatment like you do a lot of the other wrestlers, which we'll get into that then. But, decent cover artwork. It's nothing too special. You have his tattoo in the background there. Little detail there. There's your spine. On the back here. Just some different screenshots and all that. Alright, so going into here, we have Evolution here. I love Evolution, personally. You have him walking into the Hell in a Cell match. You have him and Chris Jericho. His pyro going off in the background. That's really cool. Have him and Eddie. Opening it up. It's your basic 2009 setup. You do get an insert, which is really cool. And behind the discs, you just have this really cool metal, like a metallic pattern artwork there. I really like that. But all the disc artwork is the same. Slight color difference, but really not changing much. Alright, so the insert itself. For the documentary, it is a pretty extensive one, thankfully. You go into his childhood, gets into his, his early family life and some of his early jobs, how he got into OVW and bodybuilding. Talks about his Leviathan character. You have his entrance into Evolution. Obviously him getting the world title at WrestleMania 21, then going to SmackDown, talks about Eddie Guerrero, and, all that stuff. Special feature-wise, we just get some different stories. Goes into his Lunchbox collection, talks about Eddie Guerrero again, Demon of the Ohio River, Leviathan. Disc 2 is when we get to the matches. We have Leviathan versus the Machine, Doug Basham. Very different from the Basham Brothers character. You have Batista and Kane, Batista and Shawn Michaels. You have a tables match, Batista and Ric Flair versus the Dudleys. You have Vengeance against Chris Jericho. You have an excerpt from the 30-man Rumble match that he ended up winning in 2005. You have both world title matches, so 2 out of 3 with Triple H, one being WrestleMania 21, skipping Backlash, and then going to Vengeance. World title match with JBL, and then Batista versus Eddie Guerrero in their No Mercy match, Eddie Guerrero's final pay-per-view. Disc 3, we have his world title win against King Booker at Survivor Series. You have Batista versus King Booker versus Finlay on SmackDown. You have his WrestleMania 23 match with Undertaker. You have Edge versus Batista, steel cage match, one night stand. Another match with The Undertaker at Cyber Sunday. A 6-man tag match from Raw. Batista versus John Cena, SummerSlam. And then Batista versus Randy Orton at Armageddon. And why is it not focusing? There we go. Alright, so overall, I think this is a very good DVD, very underrated. Not many people really talk about this one, but definitely go out and get this one. Out of the two, definitely get this one. And then next up, we have Batista, The Animal Unleashed. Not that this is a bad DVD. This one just really shorthanded you, which we'll get into. But I like the artwork on this one a lot better. And obviously this follows him after he came back. And this is a 2014 release with a 7-hour runtime. Also a 3-disc set. So very cool artwork. I think the artwork's better, but content-wise, the other one for sure. Open it up here. Some really nice artwork there. As for disc artwork, very, very cool inside here. You just have some different screenshots from his career, and you actually get different colored disc artwork this time around, which is nice. So, alright. The documentary on this one is around 40 minutes long, I think. Somewhere around there. I think it's less than that. But it talks about his film career and basically picking up where the last one left off. And then obviously getting into his return. But I'll show you a close-up here of the actual content. Alright. Focus. There we go. Alright, so, you know, it obviously gets into his return in Pittsburgh. And it's kind of a lot like the Dudley Boys, where you have going back and forth in between his return and then the documentary portion. But we have why he quit WWE, talks about his mixed martial arts career, his acting career, but there's really not much to say about this DVD, documentary-wise. So, yeah, it's one you have to just check out for yourself. Kill like 40 minutes, seriously. Alright, so we have Leviathan versus Brock Lesnar and OVW. Reverend Devon and Batista versus Farouk and Randy Orton. Batista and Ric Flair versus RVD and Booker T. We have Batista versus JBL. Saturday night's main event, six-man tag match. You have a triple threat match on SmackDown. You have a fatal four-way on SmackDown as well. Batista versus Edge on SmackDown. Last man standing, Batista versus Kane. You have the stretcher match with him and Shawn Michaels. Batista versus CM Punk. And then Batista versus Chris Jericho at Cyber Sunday. You have a tag match on Raw. Another tag match on SmackDown against Legacy. Steel cage match. Batista versus Randy Orton. Batista versus CM Punk. You have his match against Rey Mysterio in Survivor Series. And then a street fight against Rey Mysterio on SmackDown. Batista and Sheamus versus Randy Orton, triple threat match. Batista versus John Cena over the limit. And then the 30-man Royal Rumble match. Batista enters at number 28. And then his Elimination Chamber match against Del Rio in his first pay-per-view back singles match. So this one, like I said, it has a good match listing. Not so many repeats as the last one. But, you know, this is recommended if you want the matches. The documentary, though, just don't expect much. That's really the best way I can put it. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, this has been the DVD Freak. Peace out.